Hello, book lovers. I'm Lex. This is Uncle Buck, and this is the 58th box of books that I inherited from Uncle Buck. And this one is Books, Philosophy, and Religion. So, let's see what we got. Oh, Manly P. Hall. Great, the great old education list. This one is The Mystery of the Holy Spirit. Huh, that's cool. Put it over there on the spiritual pile. The Ascent of Woman, the classic study of evolution. Author of The Aquatic Ape. Huh. The equal role of women in human evolution. Oh, well, isn't that cool? Put that on the feminism pile that I'm going to do all those videos about. So, the problem of knowledge, philosophy, science, and history since Hegel. Okay, science, philosophy kind of thing. Fixed theory of subjectivity. Oh, it's about his work. Philosophers. Beyond the Pleasure Principle by Freud. One of Freud's basic essays. This describes the principle of death urge in human behavior. All right, put that on the therapy one. The Future of an Illusion, Sigmund Freud. Freud's major statements on the role of religion and traditional beliefs in the development of human personality and culture. One of my best friends is a therapist, Dee Dee, and she's like, you gotta read Freud. You don't have to agree with everything, but you gotta know him. He was such a good outside-the-box thinker. And he loved himself the white powders, which I always like about a scientist pumping out the word. A Short History of Christianity by Martin E. Marty. And the church stuff is, Christian church stuff is down there. The Middle Span by George Santayana. Oh, the great, novelist, spiritual writer. Put that over here in books to check out a little bit later. The Concept of Mind by Gilbert Ryle. Classic, the difference between mind and matter. Right there. Lovelock's The Ages of Gaia, a biography of our living Earth. That's great. Lovelock, along with Lynn Margulis, came up with the idea of Earth as one living organism. This is it's just such an important idea. Oh, I think I have this. The Norton Critical of Darwin. Great. Uncle Buck had good taste on the right book to get. This is a whole bunch of contemporary opinion, critical essays, background stuff. Yeah, that's great. Let's put that in the science books that take upstairs. Actually, I'll put that over here. All right. Future Directions and Control Theory, a Mathematical Perspective. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff Buck did for his day job, so that's stuff I know much about. Iamblichus's The Exhortation to Philosophy. Oh, this is a classic. The second volume of his Pythagorean Encyclopedia, the 4th century Neoplatonist. I mean, he was such an important thinker. Let's put him here in texts of early thought. The Invisible Pyramid, a naturalist analyzes the rocket century. Oh, like a history of science of the rocket age. Oh, that's cool. Still a little book. Locke's The Second Treatise of Government. Philosophy. The Wisdom of the Taoist by D. Howard Smith. Okay. I mean, I'd rather just read the Taoist than someone else's take on them, but at least put it in the spirituality pile for now. Or actually take it up, start put on the Taoist pile upstairs. Hume's An Inquiry Concerning Human Understanding. I mean, this is such an important one. There, the John Stuart Mills on Liberty, another important one. Living Fossil, the story of the coelacanth. Yeah, this fish that's just such a ancient, unchanged fish. And its importance to evolutionary biology. All right, The System of Thomas Aquinas by De Wolf. Okay, so description of his thing. Bother descriptions. Gnosticism and Early Christianity. Thin little classic book. Cool. Put that here on our new pile for spirituality. Actually, let's put that on the Christian pile. Well, actually, that'll probably get to sooner rather than later. The Beginnings and the Last by Nicholas Berdiev. You know that name. His full systematic statement of his thought. Okay, I'll put that in the checkout later. The Problem of Knowledge by Ayer. Ideal Philosophy. Wow, look at that cover. I wonder if you can see better here, or yeah, I know it's a little dark down here. Probably like this better, but if I did, I'd never get it done. Shrine of Wisdom. Well, let's check this out later. Rousseau and Romanticism by Babbitt. The Wordsworth Dictionary of Saints. Oh, that's good. With pictures. Who are all these saints? Jeanne d'Arc. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I love stuff like that. The Bible and the Psyche, Individuation, Symbolism in the Old Testament by Henninger. Huh, well, let's put that on the therapy pile. Interesting take. Time and Eternity by Stace, and the Philosophy of Religion. J.M. Bochensky, The Methods of Contemporary Thought. History of Logic. Fear and Trembling, The Sickness Unto Death by Kierkegaard. Up here in the classics. The Ontological Argument from St. Anselm to Contemporary Philosophers. And Bergson's Matter and Memory. That's great, actually. I know I need to read more Bergson. Thank you, Buck. There's some inspiring stuff in here. Good classics to be able to go through. Here's that Berdyaev guy again, The Destiny of Man. I'll just keep his stuff together. Introduction to Wittgenstein's Tractus. Yeah. Alright. Introduction to Ancient Philosophy by Armstrong. Ooh, there's a Blake image. Oh, it's not Blake. Engels, Ludwig Feuerbach, and the Outcome of Classic German Philosophy. Kids are in the wall. Let's pause this. Go. Use the thing. Cleant Brooks, or the Bankruptcy of Critical Monism. Reprinted for private circulation from Modern Philology. I do love these little essays on something that you know nothing about and probably don't even care that much about, but like someone poured themselves in. I mean, this is the last thing that maybe Cleant Brooks is big, or maybe someone like me is like puts out a couple things that kind of get pawed through ages later, but funny stuff. It's for a writer, it's a good thing to have all of these books that you've never heard of, and you're like, just remember, you're just gonna be one more of these someday. The Modularity of Mind by Fodor. Cognitive science book. Put that down here on the brain pile. The Aging Brain by Whaley. Okay. Go through. Dewey's Reconstruction in Philosophy. Language, Truth, and Logic by Ayer. First published in 1936. Yeah, the Logical Positivism. I'm going to put that there so you can check it out earlier. Seems like something about that. From Physics to Metaphysics by Redhead. Michael Redhead. What a great name. And what a beautiful picture of that big thing. Turner Lectures. Yeah, pretty modern. All right. Cohen's The Chemical Brain, the Neurochemistry of Addictive Disorders. Oh yeah, Cohen. He's a big guy. Dawkins' River Out of Eden, a Darwinian View of Life. The Human Brain by Greenfield, a guided tour. Cassirier's An Essay on Man, a man of Catholic interests and many-sided erudition. The Philosophy of the Enlightenment by that same guy. Yep, 2 books at once. Kabbalah and Exodus by Halevi. Books of Exodus may be read. The Wisdom of the Kabbalah. They're over here on the Kabbalah pile. Rousseau, Kant, and Goethe by that same Cassirier. Huh, those are 3 interesting people to compare. Rousseau, Kant, and Goethe. Huh, and it's a tiny little thing. That might be good. In fact, let's put that up here on a shorter to read pile. At least this history book. All right. Gilson feeds intellectus. Elements of Christian philosophy. Oh, something less interested. Okay. Yeah, like Aquinas stuff. All right. The Vocation of Man by Fichte. I vaguely know. British Philosophers by Kenneth Matthews. That's a nice owl on that cover. Substance and Function. Oh, by Casimir again. Einstein's Theory of Relativity. Interesting. The Magus of the North. J.G. Heyman and the Origins of Modern Irrationalism. It's always slightly unnerving to learn you've been deeply influenced by someone you've never heard of. The guy who lit the fuse of the Romantic movement. Isn't that interesting? Okay. There, I don't want to history pile. Read. Consilience and Unity of Knowledge. This is great. It's E.O. Wilson, the great scientist, ant biologist, evolutionist. But I think I have this upstairs. I'll have to check it out. Geologic Time by Eicher. Is it actually about geology? Yeah, cool. All right, kids might like that. Someday. Maybe tomorrow. The Philosophy of Schelling by Marx. Werner Marx. Topiobiology, an introduction of molecular embryology. Oh man, that's cool. How old is it? Maybe 88. Yeah, I don't need to read it. 88. A book that old on it. But actually, even just the intro. The intro can sum up so much of the greatness. Even if all the science, the rest of the book, you don't need to read the science part, but just the intro about like the history of how it got there and what they see in the magic of embryology. Because embryology is one of those crazy science fields. Like how these two tiny cells meet and develop into all of us. I mean, it's just wild. About to run out of memory on this phone doing so many of these. Mount Shasta, Home of the Ancients by Bruce Walton. Well, that's interesting. Okay, and we're almost done, so it's good timing. Atlas of the Bible Lands. Oh, that's cool. I used to like these. I had stuff like this around. I just like atlases, and it's great for the kids to go through them. Just to learn from an atlas so quick. You're never supposed to read the whole thing. Just through Russian military power. With their planned overkill, the Russians can destroy the whole of human life probably 10 or 20 times over. Oh, isn't that fascinating? Yeah, put that on the coffee book. Let's all to paw through the pile. All right, great. And a couple giants left. Oh, and two little ones. Okay. This is Chaldaic Philosophy by Stanley. Down there. This is The Wonders of Life on Earth from Life. They did so many cool books like this. Yeah, ancestral types alive today. Living links in the ageless sea. Awesome. Hello kids, I found a good science book for you. Come down if you want to be on the last of the video. The World's Great Religions, the Life version. That'll be cool. Take that upstairs. I'll look through. Schelling and Swedenborg, Mysticism and German Idealism by Friedrich Horn. Okay, let's put that on that short history pile. And the very last book, The Bibliomancy of, is Bruno, or On the Natural and Divine Principle of Things by Schelling. Wait, is this about Bruno? Bruno? No, it's by this guy. Schelling's identity, philosophy, Hegel's thought. Okay. So, philosophy. All right, lots of philosophy. But some really awesome books that the kids might like too. And thank you, Uncle Buck. And kids, if you see this many years from now, isn't it fun? This is Papa pulling out some favorite books that you probably have been pawing through these last years. All right, so lots of love from here.